Hello and welcome. In the last lesson, we got introduced to simple logical formulae such as equal to D3 greater than 40%. We also discussed that there are several logical functions such as and, if, not, and or. In this lesson, let's talk about these functions one by one. The AND function accepts multiple checks or multiple conditions, and it returns a true only if all of those conditions are true. If any of those conditions is false, the AND function returns a false. In this example, we need to figure out whether all of these students have passed, and we can do that as follows. Equal to AND D3 greater than 40%, comma, D4 greater than 40%. Now let's take a look at this formula. Equal to AND condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, condition 4, condition 5, and condition 6. So the AND function has accepted 6 conditions, and only if all of these conditions are true will the AND function return a true. In this case, the output is false because one of these conditions, D6 greater than 40%, is false. Similarly, we can use the AND function to check whether all of the boys have passed. In this formula, we are checking for 3 conditions for the 3 male students, and you can see that the output is true because all the male students have aggregate marks more than 40%. The next logical function is called OR. The OR function also accepts multiple conditions and returns true if any of these conditions are true. Once again, let's look at an example. In this example, we need to find out if any of the girls have passed. For this, let's use the OR function. Equal to OR D3 greater than 40%, D6 greater than 40%, and D7 greater than 40%. So we have provided the OR function 3 conditions, and the output is true because 2 of the 3 conditions are true. So that's how the OR function works. The third logical function is the NOT function. This function returns a true if the condition is false, and it returns a false if the condition is true. The fourth and most important logical function is the if statement. So far, we have seen logical functions that return either a true or a false. The if statement is unique in this respect. It can return an output of your choice depending on whether the condition is true or false. Let me explain with an example. Once again, let's look at this example. The difference is, in this case, we need to populate the yellow cells with a pass or a fail depending on whether the student has scored more than 40%. We can do this using an if statement as follows. Equal to if D3 greater than 40%, comma, pass, comma, fail. Now let's look at this formula for a minute. We have the if statement followed by the first argument, which is the condition to be tested. The second argument is the output in case the condition is true, and the third argument is the output in case the condition is false. And if you press enter, you can see that the output is pass because the condition D3 greater than 40% was true. Now you can copy this formula and paste it in the other cells of the table, and you can see that in this case, when the condition D6 greater than 40% was not true, the if statement returned the output fail. So that's how the if statement works. It checks a condition and returns an output of your choice depending on whether the condition is true or false. So these are the 4 logical functions we have learned in this lesson. In the next lesson, we will look at some more advanced uses of these functions. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.